Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program PvP. I'm here with Mr. Mod, representing Tuxedo's Industries, and I'm representing Crux Industries. Today I have got the Leviathan to Minmus since the last episode, and we're going to be picking it up once we are in orbit. The Leviathan is the first capital class ship in this series, so it should be fun watching it go into action. Hello everybody and welcome to Minmus!
Woohoo!
We finally got to Minmus with our nice big ship here.
Do we have any ice cream to celebrate?
Yay, ice cream. Like ice cream. So, the very first thing, now we're in orbit around a strange and foreign planet, I need to deploy underneath here and on top of here, if you see one of the nobules pushing up there, our communications array and solar array. So, I'm just going to press a button and everything should start rather prettily unfolding. Ah, pretty. So, there we go. That's our communications arrays deployed. We've got one solar panel side. What's happened to this one? Oh dear. I think we've first casualty.
Uh-oh.
We've got a solar panel, but it doesn't appear to want to work. It's there. I can't click on him.
One solar panel from many, many more.
Well, there's a few. It's got its onboard power generation as well, so you know, not too much of a biggie. I'm trying to click on him. I think, yeah, we've got a casualty from the launch. It makes him look a bit asymmetric. I'm going to pull this guy in, I think, because we don't need him.
You're such a picky little whore.
If it'll let me. So that's telling me to retract panels. Let's see what it says to the other side. Definitely looks broken though. Let's have a look. Yep, status broken. Can't do anything about him. Alright, so there we go. First bit of damage, self-inflicted. One solar panel. Not quite sure when it broke, because I didn't see anything spark or go crazy, but then again, the launch of this hasn't been the smoothest of launches ever on the planet, has it? So, there we go. Right. Well, while we're here, we're going to deploy a satellite.
Do it. Do it.
Do it, do it. Okay, so right click and decouple. Pink. And I'm going to switch to that guy. There you go. Now he has no MechJeb on him, that's why I've got nothing suddenly around, or stages. All I need to do is open that guy, that's one communication device on him. Open this guy, that's two. And just for the look of the thing, a solar panel, because why not? There you go, and he's got a battery pack on his side there. And I'm going to rename him
Eddie Murphy.
I'm going to have to be boring. So, Minmus Satcom 1. Ding. There you go. So there we are. There he is, little guy. Now you have to be pointing the right way for his solar panels to work, but still. So he's there. So now, Nightshade has to kill that satellite to stop me from deploying back into orbit around Minmus. I've got another satellite that I am going to deploy at the end of my go, because by then the one I've just ejected will have moved into a slightly different orbit position. Not by much, but by enough. Alright, so let's get on with the task in hand. Now we're set up as much as we want. And that's going to have a look at our orbital information now. This here, the NI Bumblebee down, I'm going to set as my target. Now I don't know when I launch one of my little drones whether the setting as a target for me, whether that will change for the drone or not. So I'm not quite sure. We're in the same inclination, so we shouldn't use up as much fuel. So I think it's time to decouple one of my little drones.
Go, go, go.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to right click here and decouple the node. And he should, yep, they've all disappeared. He's spazzing out a bit because, lol. Don't want you. Don't want you. Or different. There you go. That's my drone. Okay, so let's challenge point prograde and... Come on, point prograde. He has got that there, that ring that I'm highlighting there, that's his brain. But he's also got a MechJeb on top here. Now, if you notice, it's just one big thing of engine and things to decouple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to manually activate my engine. There we go. And I'm going to put the engine in a separate stage. Along with, there's 4 backup little engines. They're not as economical as the nuclear engine there. Come on. Oh, no, I didn't want you. I wanted you. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to put that engine down there. And these 4 engines, which are organised kind of around the back, they were the original engines I decided to try and put on. Then I decided that the way not economical enough. They've got 4 of them combined. Have got the same power as nuclear engine, but they're nowhere near at all as economical. So let's move that up. So the very first thing I'm going to activate are these 2 things here, and you're wondering what these 2 guys are at the top here. Now these 2 guys are these little things at the front here, and all these have done for the entire trip is to hold, because it gets bumped around just such a lot by basically everything. These have held the whole stack, kind of held it in place. Because of the dangers of, if you connect the stack directly with these little tie things, the connect struts, if you connect the whole stack with it, the thing that you fire, these will yank on it and put it in. So now I can just decouple these and get rid of them, because I don't need them. Oops. I see that there's a problem. That problem is that these strut connectors appear to still be connected to my first shot.
Not good.
Shouldn't be, because they're not touching. Okay, that's not good. Flaw in the design, ladies and gentlemen, a flaw in the design. Alright, right.
Don't stress over it.
No, that's okay. As with my Firestorm bomber, because I've disconnected, it kind of forgets the order that everything is. So I'm going to fast forward this for the viewers at home. And what I'm going to do is organise these stages under as spacebar setup stages. So I'll see you guys back in a second. Hi everybody. So we're back after sorting all the staging out manually. So each shot fires a push of each of my spacebar. At least I hope that's how it's going to happen. My engine setup is already activated, so I've left that at the top. This is a very simple craft. All it has is engine, guns, and fuel. That's all it does, nice and simple. So I think it's time to go hunting for a target. Let's see if it kept my target data. Oh, yeah, I've still got it as a target. Wow, so if I set it as a target, it stays a target for all my vehicles.
Yay!
That's
Don't
pretty
remember
cool.
it being like that.
Okay. Right then, so let's go for I'll get rid of Smart ASS because I don't need it. All political information, don't need it. And I want to go for a Revendos planner and autopilot. 100 meters was pretty close last time. I'm going to tell it 300 meters, and then we can slowly boost in. There we go. Right, now it's got a lot of manoeuvring to do. Yay! So, you guys, I'm going to bring you guys back in when we are close to our target. This should be relatively easy. I have got, let's have a look. I've got 2 minutes, 2 seconds worth of delta V. I can accelerate 2,000 meters per second. So, technically, this should have enough delta V to go back to Kerbal if it wanted to. So, I'll bring you guys back in when we're close to the target. I'll see you again in a bit. Bye. Hi everybody and welcome back. We are 420 meters away from our target, and even at this distance we can see it quite clearly. So I'd be tempted to say, by the looks of it, that we've got a big target there. Like a properly big target.
That's quite sizable actually, yes, now you mention it.
So I think it's RCS time, and we're going to scooch closer. Let's just turn it off for a second. Kill rotation off. Let's just scooch closer, so it's H. So going to wait for that tech down. Yeah, these are only little. The weaponry on this ship is only small, so we are probably going to be firing. I'm going to see what firing at it at close-ish range does, because the further away you are, the faster they'll go, so the harder they'll hit, but the more inaccurate they'll be. So I'm closing in the target on 0.8 meters per second, but 400 meters away, and you can already see it quite clearly. So what I'm going to do before I smash into it, I'm going to quickly flick to it. Just have a look at it, because we're allowed to, because we're definitely close enough, and my gosh, that's a beast. Okay, so we've got a weaponized attack craft latched onto the back of a satellite, which deploys multiple satellites, by the looks of it. So if we want to make this not so dangerous, we need to kill this bit.
What is the plan with regards to that?
The second craft attached to the back of it is the weaponized thing. That's the thing that's dangerous, and that's got weapons on it that will definitely be able to kill my big ship. See these things?
Yep.
Those things can kill my big ship. I need to disable this somehow, because that's a weapon on the front there. And then these are weapons, all of which are big weapons. The satellite in its own right, I'm not too bothered about. If we damage it, but that's a danger. That might be, if we don't do enough damage, it might be worth using another one of my little vessels here. So, what I'm going to do is speed up time very slightly, because I want to get a bit closer. So let's go 2 times speed. And when we get to about 200, I'll start slowing down.
Okie dokie.
But that's a big thing. I think we did have some problems getting here. MechJeb decided that it was going to smash me into it. And I think the problem is that it's a very long item and it takes into account only where the pod of the item is. And it's locked onto the active pod, which is the pod of the attack craft, which is bang in the middle, there. So that's kind of good. I'm pointing directly at the thing I want to shoot at.
That's good.
So we're 200 meters away. Now, okay. Now I'm going to use N. I've got my finger on N. Let's put my SAS on. I'm going to slow myself down in a second. We're quite close. The first shot I've got is guaranteed to miss because it's got those bits attached to it that for some reason didn't go away. So there's a bit of a flaw in my design with that one. So the first shots are wasted. But it might be worth getting close for the first shots and then seeing where we're at, whether we want to back off and have a longer range shot.
Yeah, what would you actually call a long range shot, and what are you calling a short range shot?
With these little guys, I'm going to try a 50, 100, and then 150.
Ah,
Let's see
okay.
where we're at. I mean, I could shoot it from here now, but it's fairly distant. And there's 2 shots that I've got. The first shot, I don't want to waste them, but they're going to come together at a point in front of my craft because of the way that the struts are holding on to them. And that's my mistake.
Shit happens, something you can remedy for next time, I suppose.
Happily, I'm coming on literally kind of point on to him, so RCS off, kill my rotation, point towards target. Right, doing 8 meters per second towards him. I will turn my RCS on to slow myself down once I get a bit closer. So right now, I think we're about maximum range. I've never really test fired these guys. I've shot when I was 100 meters away with a lot of these guys and 1 or 2 hit. Because they do sometimes go off in random directions. But I think 100 meters might be good. I mean, we're pretty close when we use those big things.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just going to let this just draw in a little bit, I think. And then I'm going to use my RCS to slow us down. So I'm going to turn this off and then RCS. Just to slow down. Each burst seems to drop me off a couple of points. Like so. Okay, so we're slowly ticking in now.
Oh, wow, that thing is getting rather big now on your...
Yeah, so let's point at target. Turn my RCS off because I don't need it. Right, I'm going to fire my first shot, I think.
How many shots has this got again?
There's no in-cockpit view, unfortunately, so just looking down the nose.
40. How many shots has it got?
10.
Oh, that's plenty.
Oh, problems. Big problems, actually.
Hmm?
It's glitched on me.
Oh, how badly?
Not massively badly. I need to turn my RCS on and back away. Okay, that's fine, that's dealable. RCS off. Reason being is this lot has randomly reset itself and I have no idea why.
Oh, not good.
So I need to reset my staging. I'm tempted to get a bit closer than 100. Because definitely my first shot's probably going to miss. Alright. I think... What do you reckon? Should we give it a go?
I think, given the size of the target, you'll be fine. Try it.
Okay, first shot.
Shots fired! Ooh!
Okay, that's... Whoa, flying through a massive debris field here.
That's a
Jeez,
decent
that
shot,
threw
but...
stuff at me. Okay, so that's done something to his satellite.
However, it's
There's
still
debris.
standing, mostly.
Well, the craft we don't like is still there, so... Oh, he's getting closer. Right, I've got to kind of angle so I'm on the right kind of plane. There's him. I reckon about there. If you're looking coming down there, say. Right, this shot should be straight and true. The other one curved, so... Okay. What did I destroy there? Need to have a look at this. What we got? We've got... Oh, that's our control device. I've decapitated him. Yes!
Go on!
See, that was... There we go. If I want to hammer the point home, I can fire again, but...
You're spinning a bit out of control now, though, thought you?
No, this is them.
Oh, I thought that was we were looking at you for a split second. I don't know why. Brain fart.
I've split his head off. That's one of the main weapons, so he can control that main weapon, but there's solar panel, so he's not going to run out of power, and he still counts as a satellite, so I'm going to shoot him again because he's got them. But he can't fire that because he's got no moving thrusters, and the other chunk, which is the other part of the weaponized piece of craft, which is this bit here, I don't think he's... No, he can't dock onto that. So, even though it's got engines and solar panels, it's got no control device that I can see. Or does it? Hold on, is that smart SAS? Balls. I think I have to try and kill that.
Not good, Mr. 40.
Is it,
not good.
Does the assistant SAS reaction wheel thing count as a control device? Best not leave it to chance, I think. Right, let's find
I say take another shot. Put it out of its misery.
Let's find my little guy. I've got to lock on to him as a target. Come on, little guy. Oh, I've artificially deployed all of his satellites. Nope. Nope. Yes. Okay, is it that bit? Can I set him as a target? I can set him as a target. Shall we scooch over and have a look?
I think you should.
Alright, so he's moving pretty damn fast though. Okay, RCS on. And let's move towards the target at, what do you reckon? Let's put it at 2 meters per second. And turn off the RCS because I don't need it quite yet. And I'm ready to slow us down. I think he's still got a control device on him. The rest of them, they're just bits of satellite and stuff, so I'm not bothered about satellites. He's probably never going to be able to unsatellite it because he's got so many of them have just dropped off. All these purple ones are ones which have got control devices on them. But I'm going to try and go for this craft because neutralising it's probably going to be quite important. Okay, so slowing down. Okay, bring it down to 1 meters per second. I'm going to get close to him. I turn my RCS off again, don't want to waste it. Okay, let's bring it down again. Let's slow us down to about... Oh, no. He's going away from me again now. He's in a weird orbit. I think I'm spiraling around him. If I'm spiraling, it means that I need to get a bit closer to him. I don't mind you see my yellow prograde marker is actually not on the target marker.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fine. That means I'm going to go past him. I don't actually want to hit him. If it was directly over him, it means I'm going to whack into the guy. But he is tumbling, properly tumbling, so let's see if we can knock... I need this to break up, or I need to knock that smart SAS system off. I can't remember if that counts as a control device or not. Can't remember.
Honestly, I would say just play safe and just knock the whole thing out. You've got plenty of shots left, right?
Yeah, plenty of shots. That worked better than expected. I didn't think I'd hurt that as much as it did. I didn't think these things were that powerful.
So what's the plan after you finish this bad boy then?
The little guy's going to get sent back, and there are other targets, other things which have got the name Bumblebee attached to them, which could be exactly the same as these.
We're going to be here a while.
Yeah, we're going to be here a while. But we're here now, so it's just a case of sending them out to go and meet the other things isn't actually going to take that long.
He says.
Yeah, it shouldn't take that long. I could leave this little guy out here. He's got plenty of fuel and he's got, like, power generation and stuff. Okay. Okay, about 100 meters away. So I'm going to brake. Just to slow down a little bit. And I'm pointing at target. So turn my assist off because I don't need to. Ooh, shot into the sunshine. Let's try and get... Oh, he's just tumbling, isn't he? Let's try one shot, shall we? 100 meters away. What do you reckon?
Considering the size of him and he's only drifting on the same Z-axis as yourself, I'd say give it a shot. Literally. No pun intended. Oh, it's going to miss. Oh, no. I thought it was going to miss.
Hit something. Let's have a look. Hit something. Alright, let's go back the other way. That's it. And, oh, look at that. It locked onto the smart SAS system and knocks it off.
That's what you were going for.
Alright, he's got reaction wheels on the back, but they're not control devices, I don't think. He can turn it. Maybe. Because of them.
I don't know, I'd say has it any propulsion on it? Yes, it does, shit.
He's got engines. I could try and have another shot to knock engines off. That way he definitely can't move this around, but I don't see any control devices anymore. The reaction wheels, I think, are just reaction wheels. I don't think you can control. They don't count as a pod, do they?
Don't think so.
So,
No.
and his engines are still there, and he has fuel, and he has RC. He can stabilize this, but there's nothing on there that he can use. There's no MechJeb. There's no. I'm satisfied.
Dead in the water.
And this is the one that would be dangerous if he had any engines on it, but he doesn't.
Still got communitrons, so it can still be used as a satellite, right?
Yes, but this thing had lots of satellites on it, and that first shot just scattered them. So I don't think there's much point trying to take it out as a satellite, because it's just let go of lots.
Move on to the next one, then?
Question is, I don't think it's a wise idea to leave my little guy in the vicinity, because even though his stuff can't move, he can still be used as a stationary gun. If that makes any sense. He could try and get a lucky shot on it. So, what I'm going to do is bring it back to the mothership. Okay, so, yeah, we're just coming up to Leviathan. We're letting MechJeb take control. As you can see, he's getting 2 docking ports lined up on I think on a linear, horizontal kind of axis, and then it's probably going to scooch backwards. I know MechJeb doesn't take into account the ship that's actually there, though. That's a problem. So I hope he doesn't, like, ram me into my own ship. So, yeah, currently there's a big fight on the Mun. It hasn't been resolved yet. I believe his interceptor, his newly built interceptor, is heading on a strike vector towards my orbital interceptor. So they're going to have a slugfest, and while they're distracted, I thought I'd just deploy this, send this to Minmus, and see if I can raise some hell. Kick the hornet's nest, so to speak.
You've done that and more, mate. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, let's see if we can do some more damage. I mean, if we can... I'm not bothered about satellites, to be honest, because satellites are... A lot of satellites are tiny, insignificant, little, really hard to hit things. Like my microsatellites, some are pretty big and hard to destroy, but none of them are actually a threat. You've noticed my operational thing is I remove threats, but things that aren't threats, I've got... they still work for a hostile company, but they're non-hostile, so I'm happy to live and let live. Really. That make any sense?
Oh yeah.
I don't actually want to kill any Kerbals, and so far my track record is I've attacked. Was the one we just attacked? Let's say it was one ship because it was joined together. So I've attacked 3 of his ships so far, and have killed nobody. No fatalities, no nothing. So I'm actually quite proud of that. I'm not sure that Nightshade actually has my same sentimentalities of trying to keep Kerbals alive, or even
I
or
don't
even
even
not.
I don't even know if you'd agree with you. Right.
I don't know. I think he might disagree with me just out of hand for the sake of disagreeing with me.
Oh, he is trying to blow you up after all.
Yeah, about that. I'm still not too sure whether I want to leave all these little guys docked when he comes a-calling, because I suspect he's going to launch one hell of a task force to take back Minmus.
It's going to be interesting because you can only launch one thing a turn.
Yeah, but, I mean, look what I've just launched. I'd call this one hell of a task force.
If he's got a capital ship, then job's a good one.
It's going to be one hell of a mess, let's put it that way.
Oh,
I might come back and there'll just be a docking port left. But I think he's gonna have his money cut out to completely destroy every bit of this. I mean, he could split it in half, or he could blow up bits of it, but to completely eradicate it, not sure. But I did say at the start, this might be a suicide mission. People might not come home from this. I'm not actually intending on bringing them home.
And docked, sir.
Not yet.
Nearly. I thought that was then. My bad. But your autopilot has disabled.
Off. Okay.
Yeah, it's off.
It's swinging around on the magnet, so I've just got to wait for the magic to happen. Ta-da! Alright. And I'm impressed. He docked it back off in exactly the same orientation as what it left, so... Does it remember? I mean, it's close, it's not bang on, but does it remember? Anyway.
Next.
Orbital map. Let's have a look. What we've got. Where is it? Nope. Bumblebee drone number 1. Set a target.
1.
Things with the name Bumblebee are now officially targets. That's the new target, so we're going to go back to our ship. I'm going to leave the resin dust pilots and autopilots out, but I can get rid of docking autopilot. That's not something that we need. Okay, so, for our next trick, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to launch this little guy on the back here. Boop. And there's our target. Can we see it without the stuff on? We can. There he is.
Yay.
How's that for a screenshot? That's a pretty decent shot. That would be a decent light background.
Yes, it would. It'd be very nice.
Okay. 200 meters away from it. 300 meters away from it. So, flick. Okay. Well, this model's a bit different. Look. There's no cab. There's no. It's not got any pilots. It's. Ooh. It's got a different type of weaponry.
What is it?
This looks like he's got like cruise missile type stuff, not direct fire. If I turn off F2, I'll show you. This looks. You see this here? This is where he mounts his weapons, right?
Yeah. I'm looking at it, I don't quite get it myself.
This deploys from here, and then you've got an RCS guided missile that he can control. Yeah, it's got control devices on it. I think.
That's different.
So this is a guided missile. This one is actually, he pilots it in. Yeah, you see that box there?
Is
That's
that
a control
allowed?
device. That's a control device.
Are you allowed to? I thought you said ramming was against the rules. And
If it's
that's
a
technically
weapon,
a ram.
if it's designed as a weapon, it's basically a cruise missile. I'm cool with that. Are you?
Okay, if you defining it as
And it's not like a whole ship. It's deployed from a ship. It's a little thing. I'm quite happy to say that that's definitely a weapon.
that's cool.
Yeah. So it's got 1, 2, 3 control devices. So we have to get rid of this bit, that bit, and this bit. Let's have a look elsewhere. It's got its lights. He's left his lights on. But
He'll learn
he's
from his
got,
mistakes eventually.
see these things?
What?
These all generate electricity. And the solar panels will generate electricity. And I suspect somewhere in here he's got electricity generation. And he's got electricity. Okay, we basically have to disassemble this. Pretty much every part has got a part that it needs on it, if that makes any sense. It's all got bits that generate electricity, which we don't want. But we definitely want to get rid of that bit, this bit, particular nose thing here, and this bit. That way he can't control it. Because even if we decapitate it, these could technically still be controlled by RCS. They're short range though, by the looks of it. They haven't got a lot of RCS.
All that remains to be said then 40-40 is open fire.
Indeed. Firing in 3, 2, 1, go.
Shots fired!
Oh, something hit.
I don't think that was too successful a hit though, sir.
No, I'm not sure it blew up. He's going further away from me, so what I'm going to do is RCS on, still pointing at target, and let's just boost away. It's just the impact. So he's definitely moving away from me. It hit something. There's something drifting off there. Just a hint of something there. I hit something. I'm not quite sure what I hit. But I think getting a bit closer is going to be doing some good, perhaps. Definitely not something... whoa, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. That looked like engines. That's debris. Did I knock his engines off?
You knocked something off. We already established
Look,
this.
that looks like an engine.
It does a bit.
Right, I'm going to brake. Brake right down to 0. And then I'm not going to flip across because that's going to cause problems. So that's... oh, a bit too much braking. Not paying attention, that's what I've been doing. Okay, so... once it's off... I think I just smacked his engines off. Firing again, and... well, hit something. He's still got those little... he's still got those little things attached.
Oh, there's another... that's a solid craft he's built.
There it is. There it is. There it goes.
Got it.
I've knocked off both. That's a missile system. He's missing his engines, which means he can't actually get his missile systems to anything. I'm gonna... I don't think I can look at it. I'll zoom out though. Have a look. Zoom out. Let's see what you can see. Right, there's his engines. They came off in the first hit, which means his ship was dead in the water from then on in. That's what's left of the ship. See, that was the mounting points for some of his missiles.
Oh, yeah.
So his actual cockpit's come off, so, yep. That's pretty good. We've got just bits. See, the two purple ones are the ones with the control devices on it. So that's one of his short range kind of cruise missiles. So that's one drifting off. And this one here. Yep, and the other one.
I believe this is well played, sir. Well played.
Thank you.
2 for 2. 2 for 2.
Alright, everybody. We've docked a little guy up. So we've worked out what the problem was. Leviathan was very slowly turning imperceptibly to us, but it was causing MechJeb to have a heart attack. So, I think I'm going to leave my little attack ships on here because if I detach them, I lose the option of controlling all 4 next turn. Even if I only detach one, if I want to control Leviathan, if I detach one and I can control two, it means that I control that and Leviathan, and therefore the ones that are attached to Leviathan. So I think I'll decouple one and leave it at that. I think it's a reasonable thing to do. And I'm going to decouple this one because it's a fully fueled one, so I don't need to do anything to it. We just let it go. I'm hoping it will just come off.
It'll be fine, he says.
There you go. Ah, this one's catapulted off. That's good. That is actually good. So I'm going to control this bad boy. Should be him. Yep, because the staging's changed. Alright. Let's point him retrograde. And what I want to do is rename him while he's doing that, because I want to slow him down a bit, change the orbit, so he moves away from Leviathan, basically. Which means Leviathan should be drifting away from me, because I'm pointing in a different direction. And I'm going to stop there. Now that should be a different track to Leviathan. It is a different track to Leviathan, so it's going to go faster than Leviathan's going, because it's an inside track.
Yep.
So they should spread out. So back to Leviathan, and time to deploy our very last little deployable thing before we finish our turn. And that's my Minmus Satcom 2. Which I'm going to flick to, not that one. And that guy. Nope, not that guy. This guy. Let's zoom in. There you go. So it's going to open our little satcoms. So he's going to have a hard time hitting these. I really like these little tiny satellite communication devices because they've got no engine on them. They can't go anywhere. They're cheap and cheerful. They hardly weigh anything at all. They're really hard to kill. A lot of things that hit them, most weapons are bigger than these are. So a lot of the time the weapons will hit these and they just glance off because they've got no mass to them. The weapon just punts them.
Okay.
They've got no resistant mass. So they just get catapulted like a football as opposed to smashed through like you're trying to sledgehammer a wall.
As you do.
Right, so we're going to rename this vessel. We named the vessel.
Renaming the vessel!
And this is going to be Minmus Satcom 2. Let's probe. That's okay. And there we go. That, ladies and gentlemen, has been my go. We have a capital ship around Minmus, ready and waiting for Nightshade's inevitable wrath, fully armed and operational cruiser type capital vessel, three assault drones on board and one assault drone drifting freely, just in case. We've also deployed 2 satellites, and we've managed to wipe out 2 of Nightshade's ships in orbit. We've still got plenty of stocks of ammunition and weapons on board. So all that's left for me to say is thank you very much for watching. I've been 4040, my wingman has been Mr. Mod.
Hey guys, bye guys, etc, etc.
If you've liked this, feel free to hit like and subscribe. Please leave me a message in the comments. I always like reading messages.
He doesn't, he hates you all. He thinks you're dicks. He doesn't like you at all.
And if you're not part of Google+, which means you can't sign or do anything with YouTube, sad face, then you feel free to contact me via Facebook or via Twitter. Goodbye everybody, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time for the next round. Bye now.
Bye bye.